Hi everybody, Gianni Di Poce here with you for TheoTRADE, and today is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. We're seeing a little bit of sell side action today in US stocks, pretty much just giving back what we gained yesterday. I don't see this as much of a concern right now. We did have Fed Chair Powell as well as President Trump speaking earlier today, so a little bit of choppy price action. You dive in deeper, take a look at the intraday action, pretty much been straight selling since the opening bell after a brief pop. We were seeing some strength in technology yesterday. That has since evaporated. Seeing more strength come into the energy sector, but bigger picture, we did see the semiconductor index hit new all-time highs today, even though it's down slightly. Even the semiconductor ETF, you still have stocks like Nvidia just made a new all-time high. It's really tough to be bearish this market when you have the stock that's defining this bull market hitting new all-time highs. But it's not just Nvidia making waves within the Magnificent Seven. You have stocks like Apple that have continued to rally higher in alignment with their expectations. This has been a big play that we've been discussing in the chat room, the rotation back into Apple. Keep in mind, the stock has not made a new all-time high this year, so I am banking on that happening. Meanwhile, we're seeing Amazon dealing with some serious selling pressure. Most of the selling pressure within the Mag 7 coming in to the stock of Amazon today. And of course, we are still nicely bulled up on Tesla, which hit a new multi-month high yesterday. We got this stock pretty much across every portfolio that we're managing here at TheoTRADE. So jump over to China, take a look what's happening there. A few days worth of selling. I still like CQQQ more than QQQ domestically. A little bit of sideways choppy action here. I don't think is that big of a deal. Again, my model that I use did hit a big reset button for stocks in general at the beginning of this month, which is interesting because we came into this month preaching a little bit of caution. But when the model flips and the setups start to take, you have to follow where the money is going. If you take a look at what's going on in the quantum sector, especially, we're seeing new highs there, new all-time high in the quantum ETF. We did book 61% profits in QBTS over in the Trinity trade last week. That was just after a couple of weeks of getting along this stock. We're seeing big moves also in other quantum names like IonQ. That stock hitting a new all-time high today, getting close to the upside target in the 76, in the $82 area. But let's be real, the big, bull market news this week so far continues to be with precious metals. Now, I have to admit, this is actually defying my own expectations. I am bullish on precious metals going into 2026. But I have been looking for a dip of significance. And I actually thought that we were going to get a buy the rumor, sell the news setup following the Fed rate cut last week. But instead, it was just a 2-day sell off, and we just got sent back to new all-time highs in gold, 14-year highs in silver. Still preaching a little bit of caution here, but if you look at GDX and SIL, they continue to be very strong, hitting new all-time new multi-year highs, not all-time highs yet, but we've seen big moves in names like Barrick Gold. This is a Trinity trade name as well. AG, First Majestic Silver, that's over in the $1 million challenge portfolio. So a lot of good developments taking place here in precious metals. I don't think that trend is going away anytime soon. If we do get that pullback, I think it's a tremendous dip buying opportunity going into 2026. And a lot of that has to do with interest rates coming down. This administration's policy is one of weaker dollar, lower interest rates. That is a dream, an absolute dream environment for precious metals. We were looking for a low to form this week or next in bonds. We can't rule out that it's happening right now. The 30-year bond up off the lows of yesterday nicely. The 10-year note, after a couple week decline from its high, is also finding buyers in this area. So the rate cuts are going to continue into the foreseeable future. I think we're going to see a massive steepening of the yield curve. And if we're seeing 30-year bonds drop, I'm not ruling out 30-year bond yields drop. I'm not ruling it out dropping as low as 3.5%, that ballpark, in the 30-year bonds. So that means that we'd be looking at short-term rates maybe falling as low as 2 to 2.5%. So something to keep in mind there. The last time that we cut interest rates without earnings dropping was the dot-com bubble. So there's a lot of similarities between now and the dot-com bubble. I would encourage you to study the price action of the 90s. I actually went over that in much greater detail during my live session in TheoTRADE today. You can take a look at the crypto market. Bitcoin is down, making a new low here today, but it's not really strong selling pressure. Ethereum treading some water. Got hit with a strong sell program, uh, basically coming into the opening bell on Monday. But we have, come up off the lows of that selling. We did open a new position in MicroStrategy in the live room. We'll see if that one holds. But the big winners in the crypto space continue to be in Hut 8 as well as some names like Iron, which have been very strong. So, you know, when it comes to crypto, a little bit of sideways chop, sideways action here, build out another base before the next leg higher. I still think that the bull market is intact and it's looking pretty strong right now. Whenever we get towards the end of these, futures contracts, we only got a few days left in the September contract. So perhaps when we get closer to the October contract, we could see some a bit more buying price action. But I'm going to be diving deeper into all of my forecasts and outlooks for the fourth quarter tomorrow in the Trinity Trade quarterly forecast mini masterclass session. It's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So hopefully you can join. But you can jump over into the currency market and see the dollar actually was up earlier today, has since slipped. So we are still seeing dollar weakness, which I think is a tailwind for risk assets going into the end of the year and even into 2026. Let's wrap it up by talking about crude oil. We are seeing a bit of a bid here today, but we are up, down off the highs of the day. I just don't see a lot of good setups right now in the crude oil market. Some energy stocks individually are doing okay, but that's not where the best opportunities are coming from. So we're going to be patient. Crude oil will have its time. It will eventually become one of my favorite sectors, but we're just not at that stage of the cycle just yet. So in the meantime, we're going to focus on what's working. Still chips, still quantum, still nuclear names, uh, still semiconductors, pretty much the whole autonomous revolution like we've been talking about over in the Trinity trade. So all in all, I would say look to buy dips if you're getting those opportunities, but the trend is still very much up. And just remember that a bull market climbs a wall of worry. So that's what I got for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope to see you in the TheoTRADE chat room.